Yeah, good morning, folks, and welcome back out to game number 2. This is the East, who will run it back. They held on for an 8-7 win, put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th to pick that victory up. They will play the North. North moves over, and they're the home team. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted to have you back here. We on the campus of Northwestern State University. The Bistro is where we have called home the last 24 hours or so, Brown Stroud Field, and we appreciate the folks at Northwestern State University for making us all feel as welcome as we are. We are part of the LBCA's coverage of their underclass games. Again, welcome out. I am Doug Gann along with my broadcast partner, Marshall Leffler, and let's get Marshall back up into the press box with us now from his nap between games. Marshall, welcome back.
Look, 15 runs, 19 hits in that first game. So I deserve a nap if I was able to squeeze one in, because we had a lot of action to follow, and the weather's really improved. You know, looks like sun's coming out, of course, turf field, so no issues from yesterday's rain, but we saw some just really, really powerful base hits and strong offense in game 1. So we'll see what game 2 looks like, as the East will run right back out there after getting, I think, 10 base hits. But got to see the All-Stars play like All-Stars in game 1, so we'll get some more of it.
Look, the catching play continued to roll in this one. Talk about that a little bit. We saw some really good talent out of behind the dish.
Yeah, and a lot of aggressive base running from both teams, so you really got several opportunities to see those different catchers try to step up and try to make something happen. But between Luke Pegler, who we saw make some great throws out of St. Thomas Aquinas, and Hammond, Clay Sims came in late and played catcher, was really solid to try to get the win for the East. Bo Stevens from Rummel got in there as well, and then Cayman Pugh got a lot of innings. The Franklinton Demon, he got at least one throwdown. And so, we got to see kind of just that aggression that those catchers showed as we saw, like we said, base runners going down from first to second plenty all game long.
We will get the starting lineup for the East, as they are the visiting team as they come along for this North. Luke Lamont will lead things off. He will play center field. David Hollingsworth will be at shortstop and bat second. Parker Bearden will play third base, and he'll bat third. Christian Ashworth finds himself in the cleanup spot playing in left field. Bishop Nolan will bat fifth in this one. James Gregory will play second base. Nolan is over in right field. James Gregory will play second base and bat sixth. Shepard Brown at first base will bat seventh. Eli Riles bats eighth, plays second base. Ian Ellis, the designated hitter. Let's see what it says here. North is playing East and not West on above lineup. Yes, no, we got that. All right, so we did get the starters for the we're getting Marshall, go ahead, take.
Yeah, so just to kind of continue talking about those catchers that we saw from the South squad who took the loss in game 1. Crash Menard came in there late. Of course, we know about that family and the baseball they played at Vanderbilt Catholic. And then also seeing Brody Vicknair, who had some throwdowns, showed off that strong arm, showed off the strength, but also won the home run derby on Monday night. So looking at the North squad and their lineup.
This is the East now. They're playing the North. That's the East. Or they're playing so that'll be your East squad if you want to look at that.
Yeah, and that'll be Bo Stevens leading it off and playing right field. Owen Nugent, it will be your extra hitter batting in the 2-hole. Clay Sims, who caught in the first game late, he'll bat third. Derek Wallbacker, who had a great hit and a great catch, will step in at first base this time. He was playing right. Jackson Payton started the game pitching. He will be in left field now. Blaze Bergeron in center, batting sixth. David Baker at second base, batting seventh. Jackson Dugan, the shortstop, batting eighth. Colton Learett, extra hitter, batting ninth. Parker Morse and Jude Reason, the third baseman, and the pitcher in there as well.
Max Piles' first pitch comes in 11:36. I'll take that every day. Just 6 minutes behind the 11:30 start. Bo Stevens will stand in ready to go to work, and he lifts that one foul. And that'll even things up at a ball and a strike here to get things going to Stevens. Getting everything caught back up where we need to be. We play top of the first. Piles stares over that glove, takes a little bit more time as he stares in, rocks back and fires this one. Stevens with a hack at it, drives it foul. And these guys are loosened up because the East rolled right over and will play back-to-back.
Yeah, able to get a one-run victory earlier this morning.
That one lifted foul. Not as foul, but I don't guess there's a determining factor on that. It is still foul. It is over that bullpen area and down the grassy hill next to the fence that adorns the left field side of this one.
And how about another lefty-lefty matchup here?
How about yanked over to first base. Ole grabbing that one and a tremendous play. Let's turn around and take a look at that one again as it's just hammered over towards first base.
So we see, left-handed pitcher throwing to a left-handed hitter right down the first base line. Sharp glove there for the first out.
Owen Nugent will stand in. Owen's the extra hitter in this one. Again, they'll bat 10 throughout. 1 up, 1 down there for Piles to start things off. The lefty fires this one, and it misses inside and off the plate. A ball and no strikes.
Owen got on base in Game 1, the Rummel Raider, class of 2028.
Piles delivers this one again, fouled off and down the other side of it. Underneath the BOM tent, wake up. That got your attention. I don't think you're expecting that one to come up under your tent, but it got there. Got to pay attention out at the ballpark. Piles 1-1 offering misses well off the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
Max Piles, a Ruston Bearcat, who we saw come to Don Boniel Field earlier this season against the Trojans.
Been a number of the Bearcats in West Monroe. A lot of 2-5A representation. Ground ball again over towards first. That one just misses outside. Didn't really sound good coming off the bat that time.
Yeah, Shepard Brown over there again. Made the nice glove for the first out. He was good job getting down the line on that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Piles rocks back. The 2-2 offering takes something off of that, misses up high, and that'll fill the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just out of the strike zone. So we'll get a payoff pitch here early on.
Piles rocks, moves a little quicker this time, fires that one, misses across the plate, and that is a 1-out walk to Owen Nugent. Clay Sims, the catcher for this East squad, will stride to the plate, ready to go with the runner on.
Yeah, Nugent had some really good at-bats in relief there earlier this morning, and he finds himself on base again.
Such a great time. Over the 3 games that these guys play, they get a lot of innings in as they make sure that they rotate them throughout.
Yeah, not to mention Nugent's a pitcher as well.
That one lifted foul and out of play. Look, you say it's out of play in here. Again, we told you there is a lot of foul territory out here. That one does find that bullpen area for the home team down the right field line.
That's Nolan Bishop out there, and if he watched Game 1 and watched Derek Wahlbaker in Game 1, he said, look, I better get over there. I might have a highlight reel waiting.
Boy, and he's coming up next is Wahlbacher. Piles pitch. Takes a little something off of that, twists inside to the right-handed hitter, and he swings through that one. And quickly behind in the count, 0-2. We'll see if the East, who pounded out, 10 hits last game?
Yep.
They're able to keep going with it. The look is over towards first. And that lefty does slow down the stolen base attempts just a little bit, staring right at him. That one misses out of there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Just high and away. A little 0-2. Change up on the outside.
Sims a pretty good at bat here against Piles, jumping around, trying to draw the attention. And that one is on the outer half and down on strikes. And that is our first Sabine State Bank strikeout. We'll take another look at it here. Marshall, as he just paints the outside corner.
On the black, called strike 3.
Boy, and you see it. That's probably a good take on that one, but I digress. 2 down here. And this is your man, Marshall, that made that big catch.
Yeah, and then followed it up with an extra base hit to the right center field wall. Derek Wahlbacher, the North Shore Panther over in Slidell.
North Shore, again, we told you, predominantly makes up this East team, that Catholic League, those guys. Right back up the middle is going to bounce off the mound and find its way out to that North Shore area on that big Louisiana emblem out in the outfield, and runs at first and second here with 2 down.
Very similar first inning to game 1. These righties taking these left-handed power pitches and going straight up the middle with them. So you see a base hit over the second base.
Jackson Payton now with an opportunity to get the East back on the board here, this time from a visitor standpoint. And then their final game of the day, of the weekend, this showcase, they are done after this game.
You see Derek with a big lead at first, not being held on there.
No, and that's on a base hit. He'll go first to third. You got to believe that one fouled straight back from Jackson.
Peyton Jackson came in, pitched really well in relief, and was active on offense as well. He was key reason they were able to win that first game.
Piles, a little first inning chaos here. A couple of runners on, but 2 down. Good off-speed stuff. It's lifted high and out into the gap. That's going to carry over the head of the outfielders and bounce around off the wall. 1 run for the East is coming in, and that is a 2 RBI double. Big-time work from Jackson Payton. Take a look at it again, Marshall, and he just flat hammers it, and that ball just continued to carry.
Yeah, you saw Bishop Nolan meet center fielder at the wall, did a good job of getting it back into the cut. But, like we said, Dunham Tiger has been impactful since he walked out of that dugout in the middle of game 1.
Indeed he has. Blaze Bergeron will stand in trying to keep this thing going. The East out to an early 2-0 lead. Swung through that one, did Blaze.
Blaze Bergeron had a nice hit. I believe it was an RBI base hit earlier this morning. Denham Springs Yellow Jacket.
We are in game 2 of 4 today. That one, same spot, back in the gap, but trying to come out and make one and not able to get there. Good job to barehand that one and keep the runner there, but it is back-to-back RBI base hits.
And watch Luke Lamont from St. Frederick in center field give everything he's got to try to get under that ball. It's a good piece of hitting.
Yep, you'll see it here, Marshall, on your screen.
For sure.
And he's looking to make something happen.
So Bergeron, yeah, nice single, but, man, what an effort there by the center fielder.
And look, that ball out in right field takes a little move, and he has to barehand and grab that too. If it gets back to the wall, that's an inside to Parker. 3 runs already across on 3 base hits. That one misses low and out of the zone.
This is Devin Baker from FCA, Baton Rouge.
Another big name when you talk about Sulphur. That one hammered to the right side. They're going to come up and make the play out in right field. It's 2 hard-hit balls towards the right side of the field. Net 3 runs on this one, Marshall.
3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. I don't know how many innings there were that there weren't runners left on base earlier today, so we'll see if this offensive pace keeps up in game 2.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching the LBCA Underclass Games right here on 446 Sports. We're back in the bottom of the first inning. Jude Reason will toe the rubber for the East team. Stake to a 3-0 lead in this one. Leading things off for the North is going to be number 14, Luke Lamont.
And so he'll be throwing to his fellow St. Paul's Wolves teammate, Clay Sims, at catcher. And, Doug, this will be 4 out of 4 left-handed starting pitchers so far today. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this Southpaw renaissance.
You're absolutely loving this.
I've never felt so included.
That one includes itself to the gap, and that is a leadoff smash out near the BOM sign. He is off and going. Lamont's going to head to third, and he's going to make it easily, sliding in there with a triple. My goodness, to start things off. Let's take a look at it one more time. As Lamont just goes first pitch hunting.
St. Fred's Warriors, they've been doing some damage the past few seasons. Very consistently good 1A baseball program. Lamont, who we saw make a great effort in center field in the top of the first inning. 1 on, no outs, runner on third.
North getting things going early on. That one driven out foul and back behind us for strike one. So put Lamont over at third base. And we said that is Darren Hollingsworth that will stand in. Another one of those with that triple-digit exit velo.
Yeah, Glenmora Apaches, another.
Glenbrook
Apache, another North Louisiana school, 1A school that consistently good at baseball.
That one's lifted over to right field. Going to be deep enough, we think, to score the run. Yeah, it will. Not a throw in. So Lamont helps manufacture that one on a sac fly out to right field. Gets one of the 3 runs back.
Yeah, Bo Stevens makes a catch in right field, but a great job by Hollingsworth. Doing a job, sac fly, 1 swing, 1 run.
Parker Bearden will step in now. Base is empty as a run across. A triple and a sac fly puts the North on the board here.
He's got a state championship ring coming his way. The Crusaders, the Claiborne Christian. Adding another banner.
Another one, yeah. They continue to play good baseball. That one misses low and out of there. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, their first state title with this current coaching staff.
That one ground over towards the right side.
Look
Good
at Coach
work over
Joey
there.
Lee. Man, what a play over at first base.
Evans loved one of your former coaching mates, adversaries. What was
and another left-hander.
Oh, my goodness, the world is full of them.
Yep, today's our day.
This is it. National Lefty Day. Southpaw. It is Southpaw Wednesday. That one drops down low and out of the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike. Spent the whole day yesterday looking around the pole and having to get through and not realizing I could just look this way. Much easier shot at the scoreboard that's out there. That one misses low, and it's going to be the second base runner of the inning. That is a 1-out walk issued to Bearden, and is going to get to the plate Christian Ashworth.
We saw Christian at the Red River Prep Classic earlier this year. North DeSoto Griffins came to town to play against Ash. Of course, he's a really successful member of their football team who had several deep playoff runs the past 4 years.
Curveball started off with the first pitch, kind of does not finish off, and it's a ball and no strikes.
Ashworth, just a sophomore. He was a slot receiver for the football team. He played really well again in that baseball game against Ash earlier this year.
Another one of the young ones in this underclass game. And that's what, it's just so spread out the talent. In baseball, Marshall knows no age. It's just if you can play, you can play.
Well, you've seen, some of that showcase, the statistics we saw from the young guys there, like, oh, man, they're grown up and ready.
That one does catch a portion of the plate for 2 balls and 1 strike. And you'd like to see if Jude is able to settle back down and get into this. It's given up a run to the East. It was that triple and a sac fly. Then a walk has the runner at first here. 2 balls and a strike. We play bottom of the first inning. That one stays inside, and chance of where it go through the dugout.
Yeah, we'll see. Interested to see if we get some of that aggressive base running again.
You look and you try to measure up the lead that has gotten. That's back-to-back walks. So a triple and 2 walks sandwiched around a sac fly, and trouble brewing for the East squad here in the bottom of the first as Bishop Nolan comes to the plate.
Neville Tiger, he is class of 2027, starting the game in right field.
State champion in basketball in ASL athletics a year ago. Do you know the name of the school?
I don't.
Bishop Nolan.
How about that?
How about that? There you go. That's a stretch to do it, but out of the homeschool network, Bishop Nolan out of the Lake Charles area. Ground ball is up the middle. Opportunity for a little flip. Across they go, and in time. Good-looking double play. And boy, that's not exactly how I thought they would do it, Marshall. Thought he might take it himself.
Devin Baker gloves that ball and just sweeps it around his body with a perfect flip to the shortstop. That's a really nice play by the Family Christian senior.
The easy play is just to take second base yourself, but you have no opportunity to throw the runner out at that point. So the flip was the only play. Not even time to transition from your glove hand to your hand and get it over there. 1
run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. So, like we've said, guys left on base pretty much every inning, but that means they're getting on base. So the offensive baseball that we've seen in Natchitoches has carried into this morning and continues now.
3-1. East leads this over the North. We head to the top of the second when we return. Jackson Dugan will lead things off here in the top half of the second. And Marshall, his last time up was a game ago, but it was a memorable one.
Just turned a ball in the gap, got an extra base, got all the way to third base in a key spot in the game. Of course, he got in there and pitched as well.
Yeah, part of that 4-run 6th inning a game ago. This one, he turns over and look out and knocks out the popcorn or the orange slices that were over there. My goodness, that got over to that north dugout pretty quickly. And it's strike 2, 0-2 on the way to Jackson Dugan. Piles fires this. Let me try the outer half just a little bit.
Yeah, missed high and away on that one. Still ahead, though.
We play top of the second inning here. Piles off the plate on that one, and low 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye to lay off a couple of those from Dugan.
Yeah, you can't give Dugan too much of the plate.
Nope, found that one straight back and just kind of fought off what would have been likely the third strike, and that keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. See our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the bottom left-hand corner. Shows the East 3-1. Play top second game 2. That one smoked over to shortstop. Backhand stab. Across the diamond he goes. And an errant throw pulls off the bag. And safe on an E give that E5.
So that's Darren Hollingsworth from Glenbrook at short. Nice job moving to his right to glove that ball. And like you mentioned this morning, that has kind of been the one little bugaboo of these games so far has been that throw over to first.
The throw to first has been a difficult one, and last night we thought it perhaps was the weather that was doing it. Coley Rhett will lead things off. Colt stands in there ready to go to work with the runner at first, misses that one up and high. And so last night it was the wet turf or the dew that had set in a little bit, because today the conditions are without issue.
Lee Rhett got on base in game 1. He had a really good playoff series against Port Barry that they lost, but he had a great regular season.
Lifted foul and back up near where the food truck was located at the top of the hill.
One of those 5-tool guys that you talked about earlier today.
Yeah, definitely it is. Exit velo above 90, 60 time under 6.75. That's what you like to see. Off and going there, we'll get our first shot at a stolen base, and it is there this time. Good chunk from behind the dish, but easily hustling down and getting that stolen base.
I think that might have been an off-speed pitch, which may have been the one to run on.
Ball and 2 strikes now, and the East again putting runners in scoring position as they have done, well, for 9 innings now. The 7 last game and a couple here, and down on strike. So good-looking pitch, and that's going to be a Sabine State Bank strikeout. Not the pitch that he wanted to swing at, certainly not, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the second, and it will bring to the plate Parker Morse.
Good 2-strike pitch there. Try to get the batter to chase. That's exactly what Piles was able to do. Now we'll see what Morse can do.
Piles from the stretch with the runner back at second. Looks in and fires this one. Swung through that one. And it's 0-1.
Parker Morse is a freshman, so he'll be a sophomore next year.
Wow, rising sophomore playing in this game is solid. As long as I can remember, Live Oak has had, my son, 27 years old now, I guess. And back during the travel ball days, you always had those teams from Live Oak, and they always played great baseball.
Not to mention our buddy Spencer Verrett, LHSA Network, Live Oak alum.
That's right. Off and going, heading towards third, and kind of a backwards hit and run. If he throws over, he might go and bobble, unable to get that ball out of his glove. And I'm telling you, it's just been a difficult time defensively.
That's James Gregory playing second. He's actually the quarterback for the Oak Grove Tigers, another rising sophomore. Runner was going, so sped him up a little bit and just not able to get it from glove to hand to try to make the throw to first.
Yep, on the transfer they call it, but when there's not a force play out, the transfer doesn't come into play. Runners at first and third here. We'll see if the East stays aggressive. That one is fouled off of the back of Bo Stevens.
Back to the top of the lineup here for the East.
Keep looking at this report that they gave us in exit velos on there, and that tells you how fast the ball is getting off of there. And you have a select handful that have went triple digits.
Just get out of the way.
And here you've got Bo Stevens leading off that has one of those exit velos at 100. There's a stolen base attempt coming. Catcher indifference and hustling on down. Good move there. Runners at second and third now.
Give you an idea of the standard of D1 Select. Rummel, not a playoff team this past spring.
Isn't that ridiculous?
And that talented, that loaded.
Opens up a whole new soapbox to get on, though, with the number of teams with losing records that got into the playoffs in lower divisions.
Well, just goes to show, the margin for errors, and just every roster has players on it. You're going to have to find a way to get one of those playoff spots.
Which is just a testament now to your Brother Martins and Catholic Baton Rouges and those teams that continue to do big work and compete.
And what everyone else has to do to match it.
Look at what Sam Houston has done over in non-select Division I. That one inside the bag and down the line. One run is coming in. Another one comes around to score, and that is a 2 RBI double for Bo Stevens.
right down the first base line to the left of Shepard Brown down there at first. And that's a left-handed hitter getting to the pull side and finds himself on second base, and the offense continues.
Yeah, and that's just pure double from Bo Stevens. Drives in a couple of runs and will now bring Owen Nugent to the plate, another one of those big power hitters. Pushes that one back and foul.
Yeah, two Rummel Raider teammates here at the top of this batting order.
And as powerful as they are, and I think we still have to make that statement, miss the playoffs.
Yeah, if you're playing sports in D1 Select, you know what the standard is.
In fact, you do 5-1 in this one. The East leads the way.
Feels like these lefties have gone outside half against these right-handed batters most of this morning, and could be wrong, but that seems to be where they wanted to try to set up and try to get that outside edge of the strike zone. That one, meanwhile, got way too much of the plate.
Feel like Casey Kasem in this one. The hits just keep on coming for the East. They continue to see good pitches and hit good pitches.
So, and we've seen that a few times today. If pitchers are around the edge of the strike zone, they get one in across the middle. Those hitters are waiting on that. That's exactly what Nugent was waiting on. That ball got a big part of the play. He goes inside out, opposite field, and another base hit.
That may mark, well, I don't see anybody getting loose on piles, but that's going to do it the afternoon, and they will go into the bullpen, and that's going to get number 20, is that number 23 or 21? 23 is going to come in, and that is Noah Thomas. Noah Thomas, Marshall will make his way in.
Yeah, Simsboro Tigers, I believe I think they may have lost to Pitkin, if I recall. I may be wrong. But, yeah, Simsboro did bring a winning record.
At the plate, number 94, from St. Paul, Clay Sims.
Clay Sims will get things going here as the new pitcher makes his way in. And we told you before, that is Noah Thomas that is there. He'll be charged with shutting things down. Runner at second, but already 6 runs on 5 hits in just a couple of innings. Actually an inning and a third for this East squad that's put up a lot of runs today.
Yeah, we see Hollinsworth working behind the base runner there.
This East team is one that has came out ready to go on this Wednesday morning. Excited about getting both of their games finished up for the day. That passed ball gets away, and that will move the runner over to third base. Score that a wild pitch, I would believe.
Yeah, I think I would. But can still work out of this jam as you get through the heart of this batting order.
But is there really a heart in these games? I mean, 1 through
very good
10,
point.
they can swing
Nowhere to
it.
hide. Good pitch.
At every point in there, you've got somebody that's an all-star trying to make a name. That one up and in, and that is going to be a walk to the first batter that Noah Thomas faces. Put runners at first and third. Still just one out in this one. And this is one of your favorites here, Marshall, after
Derek,
that effort in right field.
Oh, man, what a catch, Derek Wellbacher. And with just one out, good opportunity to try to bring in this runner from third.
Xavier Paul Jr. will make his way into first base to run.
He led off the game at the plate earlier today.
That one misses down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
The pinch runner is 89, Xavier Paul Jr. will slide up.
Another one of those North Shore guys from
Yeah,
Slidell.
district rival.
Off and going, and fakes the throw.
And there's been a little bit, actually, a little bit more shifting in the districts around a few schools going up to 5A, some down to 4A. So be a few different district alignments down that way next school year.
Derek with an opportunity really to bust this thing open. Ground ball over to third is gathered in, and that's one of the better plays that we've seen is an RBI ground out, but that's a pretty good play over at third base.
Parker Beard and Claiborne Christian Crusader made a spectacular play, both with the glove and then coming up and trying to set himself to make the throw over to first. Nice job by Parker Bearden.
And look, if that play's not made, it continues a big inning. At that point,
That's
you
a
don't
great
like
point.
to give up another run, but you'll sure take another out.
You're right. Yeah, that ball gets through, and everybody's on the move. I believe this is Peyton again.
Got some youth football going on there in the practice field. The campus is alive on this summer Wednesday morning. That one in there for a strike. Evens things. Correction, ball and 2 strikes.
I was back here at Coach Mike McConaughey's summer camps back in the day, trying my best to stand out. Hanging on for dear life, mostly.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We play in the top of the second. East has put up 4. That's a big strikeout of number 91, Jackson Payton, and that will do it. So Noah Thomas gives up an RBI ground out, gets a strikeout. Those 7 runs all charged to the starting pitcher here. That's not Thomas's responsibility on it. I don't think that matters in this one any at all, but that'll do it for the top of the second.
Yeah, 4 more runs on 2 more hits. Some good defensive plays from the North squad. So let's see if they can kind of carry that into trying to claw their way back, get themselves a crooked number, and make this a ball game.
We'll be back right after this. Jude Reason back out for his second inning of work in this one. James Gregory will lead things off.
From the Oak Grove Tigers, Coach David Gregory, the head coach of the football team.
That one off the plate and out of there for ball one.
Or Ryan Gregory, excuse me.
Again, the pop of the glove, the call of the strike, the gentle murmur of things going on in the grandstands. That one misses.
And we got some sunshine, so it must be summertime, Doug.
Indeed it is.
Ethan Higgins from Ouachita Christian, the lefty, is
that
up
one
in the
lifted
pen.
high, drifting over to right field, covering up, got it, and that will be out number one. So a 2-0 fastball hit him in the air into right field. That's going to be caught there, and that will do it.
Bo Stevens getting set up under it.
Shepard Brown will step in now.
Shepard's been playing first base today. He's a West Monroe Rebel, one of the really top teams in the state throughout the regular season.
Get a good look in there. Oh, that curveball just comes back door, and that's a pretty. I think that's the one he's of course been wanting to throw, but good looking curveball.
Yeah, working that outer half. Seems to be where these lefties are targeting.
And why not? Look, that's such a good pitch when you're able to throw it. It looks away, and then ducks back over the plate.
Well, we've seen the offense. You know, anything over the plate, these hitters are gonna probably put a barrel on it some way, shape, or form.
I hate to you just make a statement like this, and it's so broad, and I don't think we need this. I don't learn this in an announcer school, but man, there's a lot of talent here.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's a testament to this organization. With travel ball and everything that goes on in the summer, and a lot of these guys playing multiple sports, to get everybody here to play, to spend several days here.
Smoked over towards shortstop. Across the diamond, gloved there.
Dugan a solid glove at short. But, yeah, Coach O'Neill and the LBCA able to get all these guys here on NSU's campus to make this event what it is. And, that says a lot, because it's – you said a lot of talent. Well, yeah, these talented people have things to do this summer. So to get them all here, to me, again, it says a whole lot about this event.
It does. And, we were talking to them. It's, I think, year number 6 of this event. It was at ULM the last couple of years. Has made its way over here. But the setup here at Northwestern State University in Natchitoches is really a good one. Backdoor curveball across for strike one, and you're looking fastball to start things off, and you get that backdoor curve as a right-handed batter coming in from the lefty. That's just tough.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get at high-level high school baseball these days, guys that can mix pitches really, really well.
Fastball misses off the plate, evens things up at a ball and a strike with 2 down to start off the bottom of the second. When you put up those big 7 runs, if you can come across. That one misses too.
Yeah, the days of knowing that first pitch fastball is coming are gone. You never know what these guys can throw as soon as you step in the box.
Well, and what happens to you on that, too, as the 2-1 pitch gets ready to be delivered here. There's a low fastball. Looked like it may have crossed him up a little bit. I think he was expecting something a little bit higher, but 3 balls and a strike. What happens is if you try to, and I say this in air quotes because I hate to do that, if you try to establish the strike zone, if you're not a big power pitcher, you're going to get that pitch hammered. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, bottom of the second. We play lifted high. That 3-1 pitch hit over a lot of room, but going to run out of it, and that drifts harmlessly behind the first base dugout and lands out in that grassy area behind the picnic section for ball 2.
Yeah, and to that point, too, Doug, I don't know too many times today where we've had an inning that was just littered with walks, maybe once here or there, but pitchers are around the zone, umps are encouraging batters to swing, and, of course, they're here to swing the bat for sure. So
indeed they are. A full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Backdoor curveball, down on strikes he goes. We'll take a look at it. Marshall, as it takes us to the break.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. A swinging third strike, a Sabine State Bank strikeout.
Easy for you to say. We'll be back, top of the third, when we come back. Back we go, getting ready for the top of the third. In this one, that is that Blaze that stood in? Blaze Bergeron?
Blaze Bergeron, yes.
There you go. Takes that one. And Noah Thomas, who got the ground out on the strikeout to end the inning, had a ground ball, had a run scored on the ground ball, but really did his job in.
And Bergeron will be on base again.
Wow.
So he came into the game one, struck out, and ever since then has refused to get back in the dugout.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that is, gosh, 16 hits on the day for this team.
And Bergeron has, I believe, 3 of them. And that'll bring up Devin Baker Jr.
Devin Baker Jr., number 77.
Who got plenty of innings in game one. He's been swinging the bat hard.
Swung it hard there through that one, and it's ball and a strike.
Coach Steve Rachel was a longtime steward of this program.
Thomas from the stretch, and another pitch stolen before the pitcher even really delivers there.
Yeah, Bergeron, I mean, you talk about a good jump. He was on the way.
It's too easy to do the segue into the first name on there as his speed is. I can't do it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second base is Blaze Bergeron. For those of you that didn't know where I was going with it.
Well, when the batter at the plate plays for the Flames, so
there you go.
Here we are.
There you go. Look,
got 4 games today.
This is
every bit of knowledge we have. We'll share it.
We are bringing you all sorts of knowledge here. That one stayed inside and didn't come over it. Not sure if that hit something and it was a dead ball at that point, or just gave up on it thinking it was there. But that hung up there a long, long time. Look, at midnight last night, you can imagine some of the stories that were coming out. Oh, there's a good inside move. Tremendous. Yeah, they had looked like he was off and going. They'll make a quick little throw down, and it's already too many throws in this pickle. But that will do it. It's what he got, how Blaze got down there so quick because he moved, he took off going. This time, Thomas was a little more cognizant of what was going on.
Yeah, Darren Hollingsworth does a good job there, picking the right spot, sending him to third first. Then he backdoors him back at second base. And, again, like you said, nice job by Noah Thomas.
There's something about a good
And
inside.
follows that up with a Sabine State strikeout.
You've heard of the strike 'em out, throw 'em out. That's the rare throw 'em out, then strike 'em out is what
Pick
that
them off,
is.
then strike them out.
Pick him off, strike him out, and quickly 2 down in this one.
So, yeah, you'd love to have somebody on the base pass for Jackson Dugan, so we'll see what he can do with 2 outs, bases empty, which hadn't been the look very often today.
Boy, that is not how you thought this inning was going to shape up to go. You had a runner at second base with nobody out, and a pitch later, you've got 2 outs.
So maybe we'll see if the North can come in, get a blank inning.
North's going to have to get the bats going, though, in this good-looking pitch to Dugan
Now he's
as
0-2.
he takes it, and he's quickly down 0-2. That one fouled back into the net behind us.
Keep it at 0-2, and we'll see. So we've got Class B versus 5A coming up right here.
And all that does is further explain to you how great this game is, because it doesn't matter what school you're at. Year in and year out, team versus team, but
You've got Class C over there at third base who made a great play
that's right.
earlier in this game.
That one lifted high, and that's going to get out of play. And not to simplify this at all, but I will. I don't care what level you're at. Dudes that can play can play. And that tells a story.
Yeah, and also, testament to schools of all sizes that, build programs. If you build a right program, you're going to have good developed players as part of it.
Look, that's why I'm an advocate, and it's a little easier on the softball side of it. But, man, you've got 10 divisions that are getting getting state championships in baseball and softball. Let's reserve the next weekend and let them all play in a little in a little tournament. You could do a double elimination. Over to third base it goes. He'll go across the diamond for the final out, and we'll finish that thought next inning, Marshall. And that inning did not turn out like it started.
So Parker Bearden right there with another good defensive play over at third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Let's see if the North can turn that defense into a little bit of momentum and try to climb back into this game a little bit in the bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third we go. Marshall Leffler, I am Doug Gann, 446 Sports, bringing you Game 2 of the LBCA Underclass Games live from the Bistro here on the campus of Northwestern State University. Back after this. Getting ready for the bottom of the third, and what an announcement here. This is the first year that we've seen vendors out here at this event, and they've got somebody that's doing the IVs down there, and you've seen that take over. It starts to it just rejuvenates you a little bit, and so we volunteered to take part in that here in the press box, and we'll see how that goes.
The sun's coming out. It's humid. This is an endurance sport. So what say you, and we'll talk about this after this pitch,
to those that say baseball is just a slow, boring game?
Well, we're under the shade here.
It's
So
hot
we
out
don't
there.
have a lot
And
of
the
room to
turf
talk.
adds 15 degrees, at least 15 to 20 degrees. Those guys are getting warm out there.
It's the first at-bat of the day for Ian Ellis, the rising junior from North DeSoto.
Boy,
Also pitches as well.
they just continue to trot out player after player after player.
Yeah, the state champion in baseball a season ago, 2025.
Ellis is going to be down on
Strikeout
strikes
there.
there. That is a Sabine State Bank strikeout. Looked like it was foul tipped and was caught by the catcher. And that is out number 1.
At the plate, number 13, Jensen Hurley from Oak Grove.
Another one of those Oak Grove Tigers, and another lefty comes to the plate. Jensen Hurley.
Jensen Hurley will step in, takes that one for strike 1.
So they move back into Division IV. Of course, you know, they had a run of state championships, maybe 4 in a row in Division IV. Took a few years in D3. Now they're back into Division IV next year. So we'll see if they pick back up where they left off, because they were running that bracket for quite a while.
Yeah, can you see a lot of movement? Of course, this is a moving year as you get into 2022 or 2026, the 26-27 school year. Divisions are different, districts are different, teams moving up and moving down. Big news that affects locally there is District 2-5A, where Neville and Peabody swap places.
Yeah, and that also affects 2-4A as well,
Correct.
as Neville will join the party there.
Good-looking strikeout there, and back-to-back strikeouts for the first couple outs here.
Number 14,
Brought to you by Sabine State Bank.
Jude Reason settling in and getting into the zone, and that is going to bring to the plate Luke Lamont.
Who started off this game and is responsible for that one run that the North squad has by getting on base. He's swinging early on again.
Pulls that one over to third, across the diamond and in time. And, boy, as it's dried out on the field, you're seeing those plays from across the diamond being made a little bit more routinely.
Yeah, Parker Morse takes his turn with some nice leather over at the hot corner. He ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
Join us back in the top of the 4th. We are broadcasting the LBCA Underclass Games here from the Bistro on the campus of Northwestern State University on 446 Sports. Back to work we go here in the top of the 4th. Colt Lirette will get in there. New pitcher on the mound, Marshall.
This is Ethan Higgins from Ouachita Christian. course, a perennial state title contender.
Look, OCS, anybody that follows baseball, and if you're watching this, you certainly do. You know that anytime postseason play comes into mention, OCS is right there with it. 1 ball, no strikes here. Good looking swing there from Lirette on that fastball. It evens things up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, they have at least one other player, Gavin Polk, who's their place kicker. Also, he made the All-State team after this baseball season.
Backdoor curveball misses off the plate. Certainly appreciate the hospitality up here, man. We talked about that last night. Almost put a cot out for us as late as we got out of here last night, but I don't think that would have went over well with Mrs. 446 Sports, as we told her we were just going to stay here. This is one of only the few trips she lets me make to Natchitoches without her. We love coming up here. That one is skied high, giving chase into that ample left field area and caught.
Christian Ashworth on the move from the crack of the bat. And like you said, yeah, plenty of room in foul territory to make a play. And that's what he did.
We told you, pitchers absolutely love the dimensions of this park. Deep, deep outfield, a lot of space around the walls in foul territory. That one pulled off foul, nothing in 1, and that is going to be Parker Morse. Seems like he's hit every inning.
Yeah, he started game 1 at second base, and yeah, he's getting his workout in today. Higgins really liked this delivery. Another one of those sweeping arm angles.
Out to center field. Going to come up and I think like to see a little more to it. But good work going out and getting that one from Lamont, who just went after that. Nonchalant little glove flip down for the catch, and there's quickly 2 up and 2 down.
St. Frederick, another small school that just does athletics so well. And if they don't play football, they might be Class B or C. They don't necessarily have 100 people in their field house. They get it done with who they have. They like it that way. They do very well.
Yeah, St. Fred's has done a great job. Of course, that football field right behind the baseball-softball field combo just off the road as you get up into Monroe. Very good, passionate folks up there at St. Fred's.
Another lefty-lefty matchup.
Swung through that one. One of the folks up there, P6 Services, big sponsor of what we do in softball. And so we appreciate BJ and the guys at P6 Services. Heating, cooling, AC, all those things. If you're in the Monroe area and you need that, give them a call. 0-2, 2 down. Lifted out to center field again, and that one a little more straight on. We'll have that one, and that will do it for the top of the 4th.
So how about that, Doug? No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Again, settled a little more into what we were seeing tomorrow night. You saw Higgins shake off a few pitches from Riles, the catcher, there until he got the one he wanted, got to fly out to center, and the defense and the pitchers are starting to settle in a little bit the past half hour or so.
Look, they have, and I attribute a lot of that to the field has dried out from the morning dew, from the late night dew, from the rain, all of those things that cause some chaos. It's settled in, and you're seeing defense played like it's supposed to be. We'll be back bottom of the 4th when we return. We move to the bottom of the fourth, and Darren Hollingsworth leads things off against Jude Reason to get us going here in the bottom of the fourth. What do they call that thing when it's 3 up and 3 down? A clean inning?
A 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, wow. Has not been a lot of that.
We told you there'd be no counting.
That one fouled back down out of the plate area in the box. Nothing in one.
Fouled that one off his foot.
Folks certainly settled into this one after a late night and an early morning here for a day of it. The folks from the west will be, or a correction, from the east will be wrapping their day up. The west is yet to get started. They'll play back-to-back games themselves, but it'll be the 2:30 and the 4 o'clock game, or the 2 and the 4:30 game. That one fouled back, 0-2 now. 12:38 on your Wednesday afternoon now. Looks like the band is making their way around. Are they coming in or were they going to practice? Nope, they're going over there. All right.
Hollingsworth, 3 straight foul balls. Let's see if he can straighten one out here against Reason. This is another, it's a 5A, 1A matchup.
And I really love this. Reason rocks back and fires this one, misses outer batter's box there to Hollingsworth. And
Hollingsworth, a rising junior.
You get to use that term rising for a couple of months during the summer.
Yeah, I'm still having to remind myself school's out. Yeah.
That's right. Foul tip, caught behind the dish, and that is going to be the strikeout. Here, we'll take a look at it again. Good work to hang on to that one. It was a live ball after it was tipped and gloved there behind the dish. You see it, and that's out number 1.
I think that will be it for Jude Reason, but he finishes his outing with a strikeout, just relentless with that fastball going after Hollingsworth. So he gets a Sabine State Bank strikeout to end his day. That'll bring on Keegan Lyons from St. Thomas Aquinas and Hammond. And you know what I like about him, Doug?
Oh, gosh, I know exactly what you like about him. He's a lefty.
Bring it on.
That's, you just can't be fun. There's a good look at the lefty who looks back and said, hey, is that Leffler guy upstairs, the lefty announcer?
St. Thomas Aquinas, the Falcons there, down there in that 2A district with Springfield and some of these other schools that we've seen today. And so we'll get to see another relief appearance.
Parker Bearden will be the first to face. And they say, well, look, he was rolling. Why do you take him out with an inning with one out in here? Well, he's got his 9 outs is what he's got, and that's what they're going to let him.
And, similar to a game as you're, from a manager's standpoint, 7-1 lead. We're good. We got some run support. We got another pitcher who's warm in the pen. Let's let him step in and see what he can do.
Yep, that's exactly right. Another one of those pitchers that works pretty quickly. These guys in green settling in. They've had themselves a pretty good morning. They will be finished after this one. East and North doing battle here, 7-1. The East bats have been alive. Gave up 7 runs last game, just 1 in this one.
That's another interesting thing about the North All-Star Game. So you get players from St. Fred's, Cedar Creek, Glenbrook, and OCS all playing on the same team. You wouldn't find them caught dead in the same dugout during the spring, but
no, you would.
It's a fun opportunity for them to kind of team up with guys that they've been battling for a couple months and see if they can get a win here on a college campus.
You take out, and you can't, but if you take out that 3rd inning where the East gave up 6 runs in that one, they've only given up 2 in the other 11 that they've thrown, 10 in this one too. So the pitching and defense has been solid.
Yeah, and just the relentless offense. They just continue to put runs on the board. Gone quiet here a little bit the past 2 innings, but they've been consistent with their scoring.
Parker Bearden now will stand in ready to face the lefty. Well, that just is all that I've been saying all day. Facing the lefty.
Bearden's had a really nice day so far, particularly on defense.
That one off the plate as well. And you see him not throw a pitch like that in any of his warm-up tosses, and he comes back in and throws the first two off the plate like that. That one bounces low and down, 3 balls and no strikes. So good at-bat here to Parker Bearden to keep it to 3-0. Misses down low and a 4-pitch walk to Bearden. We'll get a 1-out base runner on.
Keegan Lyons will be a senior this upcoming year. Issues a walk to start off his outing.
Christian Ashworth now will step in. Ashworth, again, provides us another lefty-lefty matchup. I somehow feel that there's a world of right-handers walking around out there because we have all the left-handers in here today. That one flied out to center field. Will be out number 2, and a good-looking pitch there to recover after your 4-pitch walk. You say, oh, okay, let me get settled in, throw this fastball in there, and it's a fly ball to center field for the out. And that's going to bring Bishop Nolan to the plate.
Jackson Payton with a nice catch out there in center. He's done a little bit of everything today.
Staring over at the runner at first base, swings through that one, does Nolan. That is 0-1. 2 down. We play bottom of the 4th. Look over to first. Good backdoor curveball is in there for strike 2 and 0-2. So what was your number 1 pitch? What did you have? Did you have that natural movement, the big fastball? What was it?
Well, I had can you call it a fastball if it's not fast? How does that work?
You can't just keep throwing the changeup. No, that's not
defense and a generous umpire. That was how I got it done.
Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. They'll retire the side, give him the strikeout. My number 1 pitch that I threw as a pitcher in my 1 season as a pitcher, Marshall, do you know what the pitch I threw the most of? I'll tell you, home run ball.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. We somehow threw a lot of those in my pitching career. I moved to the outfield and would play out there a little bit more. We didn't pitch much after that.
Thank you for your service. No runs, right. No hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base after the walk. So, again, we've seen 5 consecutive frames of baseball without any runs scored.
Top of the 5th we go. When we come back, Ethan Higgins will be back out on the hill. We'll do that when we come back. Top of the 5th we go. Ethan Higgins back out onto the hill. Leading things off is Owen Nugent. Nugent will lead things off here. Top 5.
Got some defensive substitutions I'll get us caught up on.
All right. This first pitch coming, and we'll turn it back over to you as it's a strike.
We have Drake Parker is in the game at third base from North DeSoto. Dylan Williams from Ruston has checked in at shortstop.
That one pushed foul and out of play over towards the orange-clad West team that's making their way into the field now.
Brett Bell, the Cedar Creek Cougar, is behind the plate. Jackson Garner from West Monroe is in at second base.
The 0-2 pitch coming from Higgins. Finds the outside corner, down on strikes. That is a Sabine State Bank strikeout looking. Again, if you're looking for a bank, Just about any corner you can find a Sabine State Bank. That is the official bank of 446 Sports.
Brings up Sims to the plate. Russ Barrett is the other infielder that just checked in over at first base from Halton High School, the Buccaneers.
The Bucks and the Trojans open the season here way back in February.
You're right, yeah.
That one fouled back. KP and I on that call.
That was a Jack Lee start, I believe.
It was. Jack and Clayton both pitched in that game. Had some good looks from around the way. Nothing in one there. That one will quickly make it 0-2 as it is driven off in towards that hill. It's the second time the BOM tent has been breached, if you will. Nothing like the wind that blew the one at the admission table, though, yesterday. That was set up where it is now, and that wind came in before the storm and blew that out of there. Swung on and missed, and another Sabine State Bank strikeout. Ethan Higgins doing pretty good work there coming in here to the first two batters.
Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy that arm delivery, kind of sweeping out to the side like that. He's been able to locate so far and really use the speed to kind of get by some of these bats.
Jude Reason will step in against Higgins.
Ryan Coleman from Cedar Creek is in right field, rising senior.
Curveball misses inside, ball one.
And Ethan Thrash from Darbone Woods is in center field, another lefty.
A couple of strikeouts to start this inning off. That one is ground over to third, past the diving third baseman. Is going to be deposited into left field for another Jude Reason base hit.
Yeah, base hit all the way. Drake Parker, nice effort, diving glove side to try to get over there, but that's a single to left despite that diving effort. So we've got 1 on, 2 outs.
Sun really starting to make its way out here as we head to that afternoon sky.
Cameron Gutierrez is in the game now. He got a couple of bats in game 1. This is his first plate appearance in this game, I believe.
Yeah, Gutierrez fouls that one back. So the one base hit, couple of strikeouts and a base hit this inning as we play in the top of the 5th. East with 7 runs through the first couple of innings, and it's been goose eggs since then. But I guess if you're going to get 7 runs, then it's okay to do that. They'd like to keep things going, but well, if you jump out fast like that, sometimes the momentum dies.
Nobody in the pen for either team at the moment.
Higgins, the 0-2, fouled back and out of there by Gutierrez.
Higgins hammering that outer half again.
So what's your opinion? You see the East, West, North, and South all with color-coded jerseys. We saw the senior games, and they wore their school jerseys. What's your preference there?
Well, so I think for these underclassmen, I think this kind of lends itself well to that showcase, getting an individual number on a young man and knowing, okay, hey, number 8 is number 8 here all week. Number 99, same thing.
That's right.
And then I also, I do like this team aspect of it. Seniors, they're in there to play 2 games, and a lot of them, of course, their focus really soon shifts to their college career and where they want to go from there.
Right.
But I do like how they're, like I said, get a number on everybody, split them up, and let's see who can win a game. But again, like we mentioned this morning, with all the measurables, the showcase, and just the film, what we're able to put out there, win or lose, you got a chance to do something good today on the diamond.
Strikes out the side there. Good backdoor curveball from Higgins. Gets that one. We'll take a look at it and get us to the break. Watch that curveball just back up in there. Strikes out the side. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. You're right. Higgins gets 3 punch-outs in that inning, gives up 1 base hit. But Ethan Higgins looking good out there for OCS, looking good for the North squad.
We'll be back right after this. Keegan Lyons back out there for his second inning of work, and you hear More Than a Feeling, and this will get us kicked off a lot of the social media platforms, but Boston playing in the background, More Than a Feeling. And if there's ever a trivia question and it comes down, Marshall, to what is Doug's favorite band of all time, there's your answer.
We do not own the rights to this music. We just dig it.
We just dig it. It is Boston, and that's not the individual singer now, but the group of all time is Boston, and they're playing Cascading Through the Rafters here. West Monroe's Jackson Garner will lead things off against Keegan Lyons. Lyons rears back, and boy, he's got a lot of whip to that ball. The lefty does. He gets his arm way back and then follows through with it.
Yeah, somewhat similar to Higgins' delivery as well. It's a little bit more three-quarter, but yeah, Garner checking in at second base in the previous inning.
Ball and a strike here now.
Jackson will be a senior next year for the Rebs, who have a new head coach, someone from within their clubhouse who take the place of longtime coach Wade Semino.
You saw two longtime successful coaches move on, as that one is in center field. Turling's Catholic as well moved on there, and they
another
won
one.
some
Gary
state
Williams at Hicks, 20 years and 3 state championships, as many runner-up titles.
Approaching the plate, number 2, Russ Barrett from Houghton.
Houghton's Russ Barrett will step in now against Lions with one down in the bottom of the fifth. Clouds starting to, I won't say darken a little bit, but I will say darken a little bit. Lions rears back and fires. That one misses down low with it.
And let's see. We've got a couple defensive substitutions I'll update you with in just a second. Collins been a workhorse over there at third both games today.
Speaking of that, the ball over to third. Across the diamond, good stretch, good scoop, and in time. And, you know, we talked about it, Marshall, the way these catchers hustle down the line to trail the play. You see them when they throw the ball around now, they'll flip it back to the catcher and get him in the line for hustling down, and that's always good to see.
So Jude Reason, who started this game on the mound, he's over at first base now in the infield. Caden Mayers is playing short. The Dunham Tiger, he is in the game at shortstop now.
A lot of folks in the stands as we're looking through that have the clipboards, have the iPads, that are sitting behind home plate looking for their future stars. There's no doubt about that.
Nathan Woodward is back in for the East. He played in game one. He's back in. The rising junior from Mandeville.
2 balls, no strikes. Lions trying to go quickly into this, misses that one outside, and Bell a good job of laying off of that. 3 balls and no strikes. Like he's trying to stay out of that wheelhouse of Bell, and it's probably not a bad thing. Fouled straight back, good looking cut at a fastball there, and 3 balls and a strike.
Cayman Pugh, the junior Franklinton Demon, he's back on the field at catcher.
Yeah, he logged a lot of innings behind the dish. That one's right there on the corner as well. And that's back-to-back pitches that paint the outside that have been called strikes now. And he hops back in, and Bell says, all right, I'm ready to go here. 3-2. That one fouled back.
And that was ball 4.
But when you get the previous 2 called as strikes there, you've got to protect, and that's exactly what he does there. Again, the next game scheduled for 2 o'clock. Good curveball there off speed. Gathered in at second base. Across they go to first, and that will retire the side. So 1-2-3 one here.
Good job by Devin Baker Jr. over at second. Make a routine play routine and get the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Nice outing there for Lions.
Back for the top of the 6th when we return. You're watching the LBCA Rising Stars Underclass Games on 446 Sports. Back to work we go in the top of the 6th inning. Again, you know you're at the ballpark when Sweet Caroline cascades through the speakers here. You know it's hot when none of the fans do the bump, bump, bump either. And they let it go. Yeah, not a fan of that, whatever that is, but we're going to take care of that for you. J.B. Shoup takes over on the hill. Another one of those big players in this one.
Bird, a very successful baseball program. And they are the Yellow Jackets, which is not a good thing to be if you're in the press box right now.
No, it's not.
Because you're getting swatted by our executive producer and play-by-play announcer.
At least I think I've either got him or I've got him really mad. We're going to end this, so I'm going to let you keep going
One
with
Yellow Jacket who's got an out on the mound. One Yellow Jacket that is on his way to
a little
certain
Energizer
death.
Bunny is what he is.
Speaks to the resiliency of the Bird campus.
There you go.
And they're proud alum.
Sting 'em, he says.
There we go.
All right. Now that all of that pomp and circumstance is done.
It is an endurance and a combat sport.
Look, and it shouldn't be that difficult. One swat, but you're right. There was a lot of resiliency. I just had to get him before he told all his friends about it. Of course, I'm not sitting in front of the window either, so I'm safe as they come in.
I'm going to tell you, the amount of times I've been stung on the air in the press box is more than 0. So it happens.
Pugh lifts that one out towards right field. Right fielder calls off the second baseman. He was given, look, that was a great effort by Ellis at second base, but able to come in and make that play in right. Was that Hollingsworth that's out there?
Jensen Hurley is in right field now.
So 2 outs in this one quickly. I missed the first one. I must have been
ground
in
ball
action.
Just Yellow Jackets everywhere. Let's just
say.
leave it at that. We're telling the truth.
2 down here quickly from Shoup, and he's coming in and throwing the ball well.
Yeah, he is a rising junior. First right-handed pitcher here in Game 2.
Bless his heart. Just going to be a junior, and look at the size of him. I mean, that's a dominating presence out there. And, again, I continue to say it's just a lot of size-wise, some big dudes out there.
Yeah, a few guys stand out like that. Landon Duran, the Rummel 1-2 punch at the top of that lineup. Yeah.
One fouled back over
Plenty of
towards
athletes.
some of the West athletes. Quickly, 0-2.
Jackson Payton, another great athlete.
Shoup comes set, rocks back and delivers this one.
Rung him up.
Down on strikes he goes, and that is a Sabine State Bank strikeout that will take us to the bottom of the 6th, Marshall.
No runs, no hits, no errors, one dead Yellow Jacket, and a really, really good inning for the other Yellow Jacket, J.B. Shoup, as he makes quick work of the E squad.
He does. We'll come back bottom of the 6th right after this.
Davis Long from West Monroe.
West Monroe's Davis Long will lead things off in what we feel is the final inning for Keegan Lyons. He has thrown pretty solid in this one, Marshall.
Yeah, he has come in the last 2 innings and kind of picked up where Reason left off.
That one in there for strike 1.
I believe this is the first plate appearance for Davis Long, who is a rising senior.
We saw him hit a couple of times last night and this morning in that earlier contest. That one misses, or actually, that one's in there for strike 2.
Like we mentioned, new coach there, but I believe, if I recall correctly, a top 3 seed in D1 non-select.
Definitely.
So they've got the momentum to run it back.
That one misses out. Had one of the all-state players pitching for West Monroe, too, this year. Cupid, who's going down to LSU. Outside corner. In there for the strike.
Yeah,
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
KP and John Bell got to see him in person, I believe, a Friday or Saturday in March.
Check swing there. They'll appeal down to first, and safe is the call, so that runs the count full. Don't forget 2 more games. That ground ball is over to third base, but foul. Let me see which one we have coming up next. If I had to, I'm not going to guess. I've not been right on many of them that I've guessed at.
Is it North versus South?
No, they played last night.
Okay.
That was last night's contest. So it is, if I had to guess, was going to be South versus West. So you'll get 2 new teams that come on to the field. South will be finishing up. The West will be starting back-to-back games. 1 down here following that one.
Another Sabine State Bank strikeout for Lions. That'll bring up Ethan Thrash. It's his first AB of the game.
Thrash, another one of those with pretty good bat speed, swings through that one. And I've been very impressed with Lions, the work that he's done. This East pitching staff.
Ethan Thrash, leading rusher or close to it for their football team. Also, one of the best high school bass fishermen in the state.
Well, there you go. You don't get that kind of insight from a lot of broadcasts. Let me just tell you that. We brought in one of the great ones in Marshall Leffler there. That one hooks its way out into center field.
Yeah, he is a pure athlete. He can do it all. He's, like I said, he can play probably 80% of the positions on their football field, offense or defense. And you see him come in off the bench, step in there, center field, come in his first AB, and get a smooth single, batting left-handed, and he's on with 1 out.
Dylan Williams now will step in. One of the better times in the 60, 6.56 recorded time. Avery Stutes had a little bit quicker one at 6.51, but as I look around, that's probably number 2 on the list.
Not surprising. Did see him show some range when he did check in at short on the move on some of those ground balls. Quickly moving side to side, not shocking at all.
This is one that you certainly want to see him get on base. That one is popped up and fouled back and out of play.
Yeah, I mentioned Thrash on the football field. Their offense is, you never know who's getting the ball in any given snap, a lot of fakes.
Right.
So, but to be a leading rusher in that offense says something.
Being recruited as a bass fisherman here, part of that fishing team here on the campus of Northwestern State University, trying to get him up here. So, I just remember the water sports here at NSU. They had that ski team years back, too. I don't know if they still have that. I wouldn't think so, no. But you'd always see their workouts that was here locally. Great water area. The City of Lights, of course, they have the riverbank all lit up around Christmas time. You definitely make sure that you come see that. We like to eat a lot at the Cane River Commissary, and they'll tell you life's better by the river. So there you have it.
Williams continually fouling. Strike 2 back.
This is one you'd like to see him just banging to the ground and let those wheels take over.
Yeah, Thrash not a huge lead off of first base.
And rowing still going on here, too. A lot of big things. Sophia Whitman, 4th in the nation in rowing.
Is that a live ball?
Yeah, it was live. Just when Coach has to tell you to go, it's too late to go at that point. That's for sure. Instincts are a big part of this, without a doubt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We play one down in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Lions looking for a double play ball here. Get back in the dugout. Like we mentioned, 8 consecutive frames without a run scored.
That's
not what we saw this morning, yeah.
Not what we thought was going to happen when the first couple of frames went across either. That one down low, and it fills things up at 3 balls.
And I think, if you're the coaches that are here today, you kind of like seeing that because we saw that a lot in those 3-game playoff series in the postseason where game 1 looked one way, game 2 looked a totally different way, and so you've got to win.
Good-looking pitch there on the outside corner, that backdoor curveball. Let's take a look at it one more time. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, big-time work on that Sabine State Bank strikeout, and watch it just curl back over. 3-2 backdoor curveball. My goodness.
Painting a little bit with the off-speed pitch. And, yeah, like we mentioned, coaches want to see their teams and their players win different kind of games, win that 1-0 game or win that 11-8 game. No matter what kind of shape that game takes, do you have guys that can get it done in that situation? So you like to see that if you're a coach here today.
Drake Parker will lead things off. And, we talked to Coach Burt, the head baseball coach here at Northwestern, early in the season in that Houghton and Ash game. And he said, that's the thing is we want to see what our guys are able to do in different situations because the last thing you want to do is get into a stretch run when you're going for the title or into the playoffs and be in unfamiliar territory. Exactly,
yeah. If you got to win a 7-8 game like we saw earlier today, that's fine. If you need to hold a team to 1 run, again, yeah, coaches just want to see guys perform in the moment that calls for it.
Swung on and missed, and a big moment performance there as that is back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Watch it this time. He went curveball the last time. This time it's just pure heat for the strikeout, and that will do it.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base, 3 strikeouts. Sabine State Bank strikeouts by Lions in that inning. Thrash with the base hit up the middle, and the East maintains their 6-run lead.
Johnny Cash takes us to the top of the 7th. We'll be back. It is 7-1. East leads the North when we return. Coley Rhett will lead things off here in the top of the 7th. East will try to add a little bit here. J.B. Shoup will try to keep it right where it is. That one is skied and lifted high and foul and going to run out of room. Only ones with a shot at it are in the orange from the west, and they're not in this one. And this is not like banana ball. You can't catch a foul ball and get an out here. You got to make it within the lines.
Don't think Coach O'Neill is into that today anyway. Yeah, Lorette, he's down in there in that district with Keegan Lyons at St. Thomas Aquinas.
Right.
They've seen each other a couple times. Now they get to play on the same team today.
Curveball goes behind the batter there for ball 1.
That just reminds you how well controlled the pitching has been today. Just haven't seen too much. I think we've seen one hit batter, maybe just a couple wild pitches, but through,
that's a great
we'll be up on, well over 15 innings of baseball. And
that's a great point, too, because last night we did see some issues. And again, conditions were a lot of it. Good-looking fastball in there, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But you don't want elements to get involved in things like this. And there are people who say, oh, sports ought to be played on grass, and I get all of that. But that got him this time on the back shoulder.
Well, and particularly like we mentioned, too, that the showcase element of this event is you want to be able to perform in the conditions that are, that are best for you. So thankful that the rain has held off so far today, and hopefully we can get everything else in.
Look, these college coaches that come in, they want to see the best in the best elements that these guys have to offer. Nobody out here. Runner at first, off and going on his way. You'll see him come in, slide down in there, safe. And, boy, they thought they had him.
So Lee Rhett showing the speed. Led the Bulldogs in stolen bases this year, so he'll set the table for McCollum. No outs and sitting there in scoring position.
Yeah, Christian McCollum. We've seen him hit several times over the last couple of days. This East team, again, trying to add a little bit to it to make sure that it doesn't go to a run differential type of thing to decide who comes out victorious in this one. Final game of the showcase for the East is this one. That one hammered out into right field, giving chase, going way back, and it is gone. Didn't know that we would see a lot of them, but we see one right there. And Cassia McCollum goes yard right underneath the big scoreboard that is out there. And we'll take a look at it again as soon as he gets around home plate. And, boy, that was out on a laser.
Yeah,
let's take a look at it one more time. He's already running the bases. Monster shot.
Coleman in right field jogs back toward the wall, but he was mostly watching. And McCollum, who's got a lot of playing time here today, has made the most of it.
Definitely puts across a couple of those. Go ahead, Marshall. What kind of insurance runs are they?
That's a Jason Hawk insurance run, so you need to talk to Hawk if you're not McCollum.
There you have it. Just a reminder, our public address announcer will be announcing the MVP of the East team immediately after this game. Let you know who that is coming up. Since we told you, we alluded to the East being done, they'll radio up who that is. And before we sign off, we'll be out here with you on that. That was my way of letting him know while we were doing it. This is Nathan Woodward that steps in for the East.
So Krayshawn McCollum just went over the wall there. He will be a sophomore next year for Mandeville.
He's a rising sophomore?
Class of 2029.
Holy cow.
And
looks like a senior.
Yes, he does.
Skipper's got to be definitely pleased with that one. There's a ground ball, and the East continues to add to it. That is Woodward with the base hit.
Yeah, Woodward following up the offense, so passes the bat to his Mandeville Skipper teammate, and Woodward keeps it going.
That's going to get Sebastian Loop into the batter's box. And Shoop just ran into a wall there too. He had been throwing the ball so well to JB Shoop, and what a monster home run that was. I'm telling you, you've got to hit it a ton to get it out of here, and it did. Just over the fence in front of the scoreboard is where it went, and that's a memory that young rising sophomore. Post-freshman will take with him.
Yeah, if you can see that scoreboard, that is about 365 feet away. It's 363 at the wall right there. So, not a bad one.
Looking to add the stolen base here. And look, the play prior to that had an opportunity to get out and would have just been the one, but they're doing some no-out damage here in the East. The East is 9-1. They lead it.
The loop up to bat now, pitched to start game one.
Ball and a strike here to him. Up and out of the zone.
From Central Private in
Sebastian.
Baton Rouge.
That's right.
Be a senior next year.
2 balls and a strike. Still nobody out here in the 7th. Ground ball over to first is going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes as it gets past the first base coach into that East dugout.
Got a couple guys throwing in the north pen. It is James Gregory and Jensen Hurley, 2 Oak Grove teammates.
Good-looking pitch and down on strikes, and that will be a Sabine State Bank strikeout for out number 1.
So we might see Hurley in this ball game on the mound next. Keep an eye on that.
83, Keegan Lyons from St. Thomas West.
Yeah, and this North team still has another game to go. They will play the finale of this one, that 4:30 game against the West. It'll be West and South coming up next. That one pushed foul past a vacated coach's box over there. Really a good crowd in here at this point as you've got all teams represented. The 2 new ones that are playing next game, so you've got fans from all 4 fan base or all 4 teams are here in this one.
Yeah, it's a really great crowd for a baseball game.
A midday weekday baseball game, and we're glad that you chose to watch it, whether you're watching it live or you went back and watched it on the replay, because as you know, it stays up on our YouTube channel, well, forever. If you have not subscribed to it, make sure you do that and hit the notification bell, and you'll find out every time we go live. We do that about 400 times a year, and it's all because of folks like you. We're glad to be here with you. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button. Help get us over 18,000. Pulled foul, and that one is going to keep the count at no balls and 2 strikes.
Lyons has pitched pretty well today. Now has a chance to help himself out a little bit. Drive in Woodward.
0-2, 1 down. Taking a look back at second base, comes inside with that curveball and left it high and just drifted a bit too much. And that's ball 1.
Woodward not the most aggressive lead. As Williams kind of keeps an eye on him back at short.
Pulled over towards second base, backhand stab is there over to first, and that'll be out number 2, but it does get the runner over to third.
Ball was hit pretty hard. That's a nice job by Jackson Garner back there at second base to adjust, square up to that ball.
That is not a dirt infield play that's made right there. That is purely turf and knowing what that true hop is going to do for you.
Squared up well on it.
2 runs across for the East. That's extended the lead to 9-1 here in the top of the 7th. That one bounces around, and we'll score run number 10 right in front of us where we are.
So Woodward and McCollum providing the offense here in the 7th.
And look, we talked about this last night in that when that ball bounces around and gets past the catcher, you can score from third. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down, top of the 7th. East has put across 3 runs. Came into this leading 7-1 and looking to close it out when their inning is done here in the top of the 7th.
See what Jude Reason can do. In line to get the win here.
Watches that one across for the strike. Shoup just trying to finish this thing out. Time is called by the batter, and Reason will take a moment to settle himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, top 7. It's been all East in this one. Ground ball over to second base. We'll try it again. Over to first and in time, and that will retire the side.
Just about the same spot, those last 2 balls in play. Nice job by Jackson Garner to pick them up. 3 runs, 2 more hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base.
We will see what the North has in store. Can they climb back out of this one? They trail at 10-1. Final at bat coming bottom of the 7th when we return. Blaze Bergeron set to take over in the bottom of the 7th. Marshall and another lefty.
Yeah, and he's, like we mentioned, had a really good day offensively in both games. So we'll get another southpaw on the rubber and see what he can do in a, call it a save situation, 10-1, but see if he can come in here and get 3 up, 3 down. Meanwhile, the North, a lot of talent on that roster, only able to scratch 1 run across.
Only 2 base hits, too.
Maybe they can wake up the bats a little bit and get a rally going. Obviously, don't even have to look at the roster. You can assume they got the talent on it to get it done. And, I mean, just kind of going down this North roster.
They'll have a game to think about it before they come back in and play again.
I'm seeing, I don't know if I can count the state championships on one hand that's on this North roster right now. So
that is going to bring to the plate number 16, Blaine Lord.
He is another left-handed pitcher and hitter from Family Community. They went to Sulphur, lost to Glenmore in the semis, but he pitched some really big games in the playoffs to get them some victories, to get them to Sulphur. Started on the mound for them in a few of their late-season games.
Yeah, the ump got hit on that one, and you'll see. That's when you see, we've talked to you so many times about that. Pugh walks out and talks to his pitcher, and that just gives Blue a minute to shake the cobwebs off. Go down, and they'll come out and check on him just a bit, but sometimes you just need a minute to walk around and be by yourself.
Yeah, Lord will try to get a rally going here, bottom 7. A good pitcher for the FCCS Warriors, but a good hitter too. Big part of what they tried to do on offense there in the heart of their lineup.
Ball and no strikes. Again, resetting things. Blaine Lord is there at the plate. Had to go to the high view and get out from in front of the camera. There it is. Well, I say that. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody down to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That one lifted foul and going to be near the on-deck circle. Nobody could get to it. It didn't stay up long enough. Evens things up. Got a ball on a strike.
Ryan Coleman's on deck. He was in right field watching that homer by McCollum go over his head. So we'll see some first-timers in this game coming up here, bottom 7.
The lefty from the stretch looks back, fires this one in there for the strike.
We saw Pugh set up outside. That pitch goes back in.
Yeah, that's where you can get in trouble.
But regardless, it's 1-2.
That's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody down here. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th. That one is lifted high. Going to hang up there for a while. Good run over from left. A little collision. But the catch is made just outside of our camera range is where it's at for out number 1.
So that's your third baseman that ends up back there making that catch. McCollum at it again.
How about the range, though, from third, short, and left to all end up down the line for it?
Just finished his rookie season, and he's out there calling everyone off, making plays. What a day for him.
Dude's going to be a monster. There's no doubt. That one up and out of the zone for ball 1. 1 down.
Bergeron showing some good velocity out of his arm.
He is. Coleman will look in, trying to just get something started. Bergeron's pitch popped foul down the right field line now, and circling back around, and that play is made down the right field line as well. So 2 foul balls and 2 outs.
Jude Reason had to move his feet a lot on that one to get back in position, and those are tough. So good job by Jude Reason, helping himself maybe get the win.
Well, you got a 10-1 lead, and you want to come out and establish and get a couple of quick outs, and that's exactly what he has done.
Jackson Garner's been solid on defense in the top 7. See if he can get on base here.
Bergeron's first pitch up and out of the zone, and he is his first couple of batters, he's left that first pitch high, and I don't know if he's just introducing them to that high fastball, but the 2 hit outs have been balls that he's gotten under. Again, misses out and off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, second, they'll have the MVP of the East immediately following this one before we get out of here, and then we will get ready for game 3 of the day. South versus West coming up. 2 balls and a strike here. Last hope is on Jackson Garner. Although 1 run and 2 hits, this East team has been dominant here in this game. 18 runs, Marshall, and 17 hits on the afternoon, on the morning combined.
Yeah, as the weather's kind of been suitable for the bats to start swinging, and like I said, pitchers have been around the zone, so it's not surprising that that's the kind of day that you might see. You hear good pitching beats good hitting. We saw that in the postseason a lot, but again with all the just pitches to hit today. And the strike zone the way it is, it's a day for offense, and good job to those hitters.
We will have the announcement of the East MVP coming up right after they shake hands. We'll do it right after they shake hands, so we'll have that. And a lot of great players out here. Unsure what our public address announcer is going to come with. He strolls into his first game of the day and gets to determine the MVP. I just love that, man. That's when you get a pro, that's what happens.
Straight to all-star difficulty. That's what it's all about.
Full count pitch misses off the plate, and Garner is going to make his way down for a 2-out 7th inning walk. And that's going to bring Russ Barrett to the plate. The Buccaneer out of Houghton, Russ Barrett. And don't forget, as has been the case, we will end this broadcast and start another stream. That way it's not all lumped together. Went in there for strike one. Make sure that you have hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. More importantly, leave us a comment and let us know who you're cheering for and who you think the East MVP should be. Leave it down in the comments there of who you think that East MVP is going to be. That one comes inside, evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Marshall, do you have any thoughts?
Well, I mean, kind of with when you have this sort of spread of talent, you know, what stood out the most is teams that got a win and kind of helped in all different ways.
That one lifted down the line, going to get out of their foul. That's one that the park could not contain. I looked maybe up and down at some catchers. I mean, there's just been a lot of people that have played well.
Combining, you know, something that combines defense and offense, or pitching and offense. Something
that's correct.
Something along those lines.
I'm glad that that's not on us to come up with. 1 ball, 2 strikes. East looking to put it away here. Bergeron stares in, now delivers, bounces that curveball up there, and even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Nick Magnano's favorite count.
The old deuce is wild.
I really like what Northwestern has done here, too. They've got their cheerleaders at the entrance to the gate that you come in, just welcoming everybody to the game. It's vendor atmosphere.
Summer is recruitment season on campus.
Absolutely it is.
Got to let everyone know what kind of atmosphere you can expect in the fall if and when you do enroll.
10-1. Full count once again here. Come set, does Blaze Bergeron. Fires this one back, and he's ground up off the head. Ouch. I mean, that came right back off the ground and up into the face of Russ Barrett.
Yeah, I saw Hollingsworth fouled one off of his ankle earlier.
He's got shoes and socks on, though, on the ankle. That one came right up off the kisser. We'll do the full count offering once again. Bergeron fires this one in there, pushed over towards right field, and that keeps things going. Going to go from first to third. And you say, man, why that? That's what these scouts and coaches are looking at. You'll see a lot of them start to make notes. He went first to third very well, and that's what you want to see. Take that extra base.
Meanwhile, Barrett, one hopper through the infield, skipped off the turf quickly and got into right field. So Barrett rounds first and will hang out there with a single. Like you mentioned, first and third, 2 outs. And here's a nice opportunity for Brett Bell.
Quite a lead over there at first, as they're certainly not holding him on by any means, playing well behind the runner at first base in Bearden. But look at the lead that he gets.
Yeah, Bell grounded out to second his previous at-bat. See if he can find some space right about where Barrett just hit it.
And he is off and running. They'll throw through.
Uh-oh.
Hits the runner and stays there, so ball 2.
Jackson Garner stays at third. So 2 outs, but both runners in scoring positions now. A little opportunity for Bell here.
Yeah, base hit could make things interesting. Swung through that one, and it is a ball and 2 strikes. And so the third straight hitter, he's got 2 strikes on, and we'll see if Blaze Bergeron able to finish this one out. Likes to come with that backdoor curveball here with a 2-strike count. Pure fastball down the middle, strike 3, and that will retire the side and the ball game. Congratulations to the East. They win it 10-1. They'll shake hands, and we will have the announcement of the MVPs. Let's turn it over to our PA announcer.
Stick around, we'll announce the East MVP shortly.
That's how you put it.
So you see the handshakes, and they're announcing the MVP here, Marshall, because the East is done. They're through with this one.
They come up with 19 base hits today between 2 games.
And 18 runs. Wow.
Some solid pitching.
West and the South coming up next.
Yeah, really got to see that Jude Reason and Clay Sims battery start off game 2.
Let's head over to our public address announcer for the MVP of the East.
Now that the East has concluded their games, we would like to announce the MVP of the East. That's going to go to number 97, Derek Wildbacker.
There you have it. Congratulations to Derek Wildbacker and we thought that he had a good opportunity. You liked a lot that big catch out in right field.
Yeah, and then followed it up in the very next inning with an extra base hit. And yeah, right. I mean, a double in the gap, sure, that's great, but coaches love to see your right fielder getting over there, making a play in foul territory. It is the coaches' all-star game, so not surprising that an effort play, toughness play like that is what the coaches like.
Gotta love it. 10-1, the East finishes things up. A couple of big games today. Had to come back and win their first game this morning after trailing that game 7-1. They come back and win it 8-7. Win this one 10-1, and that is going to do it. Pitchers for the East allowed just 3 hits in this game. No errors defensively, and their day is done. South and West due to start at 2 o'clock. We'll be back here with you. For Marshall Leffler, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and we'll see you in just a bit.